guys ever just catch a moment in your life when you feel like you just can't really catch a break or everything's just not really going as planned? I thought this BMW head gasket series was over, but our BMW just had to go out with one last hurrah. This car was sitting on the alignment rack and the radiator, the car was just idling, blew up essentially from the bottom. The plastic cracked, split open, dumped all of our coolant everywhere, all over the shop floor. And I would show you this radiator, except our hood latch cable also broke. This was a 3-year-old hood latch cable that, or 4, that just decided to break. So that's another project for me. I'm gonna try to see if I can reattach the handle to the cable, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to replace this. So that's kind of unfortunate. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to replace the radiator. FCP Euro, and classic FCP Euro being awesome fashion, sent us a brand new Nissens S54 radiator. I've heard online that some of the Nissens radiators have had quality control issues, so fingers crossed that's all it was. Had about 1,000 miles on it. We're gonna replace that, we're gonna do an oil change, and then it'll probably be dark by then. Tomorrow, we'll go take this car out and we're gonna go rip it. We've now done our break-in miles, and I've been dying to go hammer this thing hard, and we're gonna track it in a little over a week, May 24th. So I need to know that this car is not going to blow up at the track. So starting on a bit of like a, I don't know, maybe more seldom note, but hopefully ending on a very positive note. Let's get started. I figured we start the video with the radiator out of the car. Here's the new one, which looks beautiful. Already got our little accessories over these rubber things. These rubber things up top, which, side note, those rubber things at the top that sit where the clips go are required. Do not run your E36 without them. You will blow an upper rad hose. Ask me how I know. Very unfortunate. Anyway, if we come over here, you can see the damage on our radiator here. According to the alignment shop, it was just idling, and then all of a sudden it just boom and dumped out tons of coolant, which is unfortunate. You can see it all over the engine bay. Coolant literally everywhere. I mean, I spent so much time cleaning this engine bay. You can imagine how sad I was when I was on the phone and I heard what had happened, and I knew not only I was going to need AAA tow, but that all of our hard work was sort of went to waste. So we're going to have to detail this engine bay again. But that's okay. I want to say I've been at this for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half-ish. I did have to jack up this corner over here to get access to the hose clamp for the lower radiator hose, but honestly, I'm kind of becoming a pro at these cooling systems at this point, which I guess is a positive thing, but also unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and get this kind of buttoned up. We'll blade it, and then we'll send it. Oh, and one last note with the hood latch cable. I definitely have to replace it. The cable is actually stretched. I tried to put the handle back in on the car, interior side, but it won't take, I guess it's gone now because I was pulling out from the other side, but it was stretched. I had the handle on there. I got it to sit back properly, but it wouldn't actually do this action. It's the, I guess the twines or whatever on the cable are just stretched. So at this point, it's another $50 in an afternoon. That'd be a thumbnail right there. The growl as it builds power from the Dynon intake. Oh man. I miss that sound. That's crazy. Heat's still blowing hot. Everything's good. Wow. Nice crispy little downshift. All right, we're gonna do our first 1-2. Oh my God, I missed that noise. That's so good, guys. Alignment is slightly off, but I bet the alignment's fine. We probably missed the spline on the steering, I'll be honest. Are you guys ready? We got an underpass. Oh, that's rowdy. Okay, we're gonna throw the GoPro on my head now, and we're gonna go have some fun. Like we said at the start of the video, I need to know this is not gonna blow up the track. So I gotta drive it like, well, I don't have to drive it like I'm on a track, but I need to push it. It's been too long since this engine's been pushed. Needs a little exercise, a little workout. Woohoo! We did it! She pulled the red line. Oh man. I actually now remember how throttled these engines are up at high revs. Like it pulls like a freight train at 4, and then you just get higher, and like at 5,506 it just dies off, falls flat on its face. That's it's kind of funny actually. I sort of wish I did the M50 manifold now, but yeah, you know what? It works. I really cannot complain. And honestly, at the track, I'm gonna be spending most of my time in that juicy like 3,500 to 5,000 RPM range anyway, so the M50 manifold really wouldn't help me. Everyone says they make an extra 20 horsepower. They do, but it's at like 5,500, 6,000. That's where you make your extra like 20 horsepower. It's not in your usable power range. Putting that aside, this thing feels amazing. Definitely drives better than it did pre-head gasket, for sure. I also like the little digital tachometer display. I never really use it all that often, but it's really easy to activate. So I try to use it whenever I remember to. Oh man, we have a guy in front of us. I would totally go for it here if he was not there. It's funny how much quieter this car is to me when I have these earbuds on, when I'm doing the binaural audio for you guys. The car is way quieter. I would even go as far as to say it does detract from the driving experience just a little bit. That's okay. I gotta include you guys in on the fun that I'm having. I can have plenty of fun off camera. Comment down below, do you play with your shifter at stoplights? I feel like that's a thing I just catch myself doing. Ew, I slipped that a little high. It's okay. warnings are on right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, no one's in here, so we're gonna go the other way now. Alignment feels sharper than it did, which is good. I was in this weird spot with the alignment where the car would like understeer really badly, like the front end would just plow forward, but then at certain points I would then oversteer unexpectedly, but now it feels very predictable. She screams, but 7K. It's funny, every time I do that too, the gearbox slides in like butter after. I found when this car gets hot, everything just kind of functions better. Like the shifter likes to slide in smoother. The engine seems to smoothen out a bit, like the idle and everything. I don't know. It's very interesting. I guess is the right word for it. No smoke from up there. No smoke from the rear. Temp needles in the center. Check controls that are acceptable. Wow. I'm kind of speechless, honestly. I really expected to have more drama. Well, I guess we had our drama. The radiator blew up. Those brakes are really potent. After I did that one hard brake, I could feel them getting a little hotter. Just good, we need that for the track. I haven't done brake fluid either, which I'm planning to do for the track day. So our track day is in now like 10 days? Less than 10 days maybe? So yeah, I think the car's ready. Oh, downshifts like butter. Even before the head gasket, we already know this because the cylinder 6 buildup, but it just never had quite the throttle response I wanted. It just never did. It was like the 90% or 95%, but now I feel like that throttle response is crisp, it's immediate, exactly when I want it to, and it just seems smoother and happier. I revved up to 7,000, and it was choking up there because the intake manifold, but it wasn't also sputtering or stuttering. It felt normal. So I think that was really the biggest win, is the car has just been returned to the state in which it's happy to be in, a state in which everything is functioning correctly. So back to the track day in like, about 10 days now. So we're gonna keep driving it. The check coolant light keeps coming out when I shut it off, so I'm sure between run cycles I'm gonna have to top out the coolant, which is pretty standard for bleeding procedure. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in this car. We're gonna do another POV. I'll do one where we go on some back roads and really get some good juicy driving in. And I have like a whole list of other YouTubers that want to drive this car for videos. So if you don't see the car on this channel, you'll see it on theirs. One more pull for the boys. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did. I've been waiting to do this for the better part of almost a year, so you can't see it because I have POV on, but there's just a huge grin on my face right now. Like the video if you enjoyed this, you're excited for E36 content this season. Subscribe if you're new. If this is your first video, go back and watch the whole series. We had like a whole head gasket series and stuff, you know, leading up to this monumentous point in time. Comment down below your thoughts, opinions. I just want to hear from you guys. I love hearing from you guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.
Feels like I've been doing